Hey guys, Bugcat7 here. Okay, well, it's still Friday, January 18, 2019, and I'm showing this beautiful little scene here in the woods. Little snow scene. We got a little snow today, so I'm walking to work now, and I just want to do this little video here because I just got a comment from somebody, some angry person in Connecticut, New England there. And, it's another one of these angry people that how dare I suggest that the colonists and settlers did not build all the stone walls. Or I think what they think often is that I'm saying that they didn't build any of them, and that's not true. And again, this person, whoever they are, from Connecticut there, only watched my first video in my debunking series. And it's numbered there. It says it's part 1, and they don't go beyond that. They don't understand that there's more parts to it, and they just get very flustered and angry. And how dare I say their precious colonists and settlers didn't build the stone walls, and rah, 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 rah. And they don't like my numbers and everything, and how dare me do this, and it's so horrible, and their whole world is collapsing and everything else. So I don't know, but I think that if you're a smart person, you will watch my entire debunking series and then comment on it, because this guy started going into the population of this and that. He doesn't know anything about the coldest decade in 500 years and the year without a summer and the mass exodus out of these states. He doesn't even know the years all the walls were built. He's talking about the late 1800s when farmers were building walls. I'm sure they were. Nobody's denying that, pal. Okay? But I'm not the expert. Robert Thorson apparently is, and whatever other government shills are doing stuff. And, he says that all the walls were built in 50 years between 1775 and 1825. So if you don't like that, why don't you let Mr. Thorson know that you don't like his numbers there, and that he should clam up, shut up, before you come over there and bust him up with an axe handle or whatever you're going to do, because you're so incensed by the whole thing. All right? So let's go through it a little bit. My debunking series again. Watch all of 9 videos. I believe there's 9 videos in there, right? You're not going to read the first chapter of a book and say, "Oh, that's it. I can't stand it. I don't understand the story. He's all wrong about." You read 1 chapter. Why don't you try reading the whole book before you comment? Okay, smarty pants. All right. Why don't you try that? Okay. Number 2, I work with all mainstream stuff. All right, that's their number. They put that number out in 1936 in my first debunking series there about, to impress upon people the scope of the work. They said 15,000 men working 243 years and blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is, that's their number. That's not my number. And I think people who, tune into that video there think that I'm the one who came up with the numbers and everything. I'm not the one, people. All right? It's the government. They put them out. I simply break it down into more realistic terms. I don't add anything. I don't subtract anything. I'm just using their number to turn it into a more realistic thing. Not 243 men to 15,000 men working 243 years. That's obviously impossible. 365 days a year. That's the number that they gave out to impress people. But it's a, it's a mathematical fiction. And, that's what they gave out. So I try to put it in more realistic terms, that's all. I'm just using their number. And whatever other information I have on my channel all comes from mainstream stuff. If you don't like it, call up the publishers of these books, if they're still around or whatever, and tell them you don't like it. And you think the authors and whatever are full of crap. Okay, that's your business. Do that. Why bother me with that? I'm just using their books and their information. As I said, I'm not adding anything. I'm not taking anything away or anything like that. So, look, try watching all the videos first and try getting a gist of what I'm trying to say. Nobody is saying that colonists and settlers didn't build stone walls. They absolutely did. they built some of the finest examples of them, as reported by Curtis P. Field, who wrote a book in 1971, sponsored by Yankee Magazine. He studied all the stone walls, and he figured out what's the best way to build stone walls. What were the very best stone walls built by the colonists and settlers? And he decided that it was all with flat stones. And he shows a number of examples in his book of stuff that was obviously built by the colonists and settlers, and they're just marvelous. They're wonderful constructions that these people did back then, but they're done with extra care. They're not these haphazard sort of primitive walls that you see in the middle of the forest up in the, up in New England there. They're not like that, okay? They're much finer constructions, okay? So, and, these areas where some of the stones built, apparently, according to mainstream, people haven't been living there for like 200 years. So, they can't find any records on it or whatever. That's mainstream info. That's not mine. I'm not making that up. That's them. All right? So, look, try watching all the videos. Stop making stupid assumptions about things. Again, these people are, Dunning-Kruger, afflicted. They think they're real smart guys and all that kind of stuff, and they're not being very smart about it, if you ask me. So, in any case, I find it so strange that people get so angry. The anger is like intense. I mean, these people need therapy or medication or something like that, because, why get crazy about it? First of all, try listening to everything I have to say about it before you open up your big fat mouth that's filled with nothing but junk. All right? A guy's throwing numbers around. Oh, the census and the population. He doesn't take into account, the coldest decade, the year without a summer in 1816. I mean, he doesn't know about the mass exodus out of all of these states. Left these places empty. He hasn't watched the debunking series. He hasn't watched any of my other videos. These people, they just watch one video, and then they have like a nervous breakdown or whatever it is. They gotta get crazy and, start being mean and all that kind of stuff, because, I guess they don't know how else to react. They never heard any of this stuff before, and I guess it makes them angry. I don't know. But I think what should be making them angry is, the false history that we've been presented with should be making them more angry than some guy who's just trying to figure things out. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the little scenery. I gotta get to work, and I'll catch you on the next video. That's all. All right, and take some medication, relax, sit down, turn on some pleasant music, and have scotch on the rocks or whatever, and calm down, okay? Just watch my videos, okay? Nobody's saying that your colonists and settlers didn't build the stone wall. Just relax, okay? All right, guys. Anyway, I'll see you at the next video, all right? Peace out, guys, and enjoy the winter time. I love the woods in the winter. How about you? All right, guys. Bye now.